Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
I'm James Spann. This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Thursday, the 22nd of September. It's more like a summer afternoon. The sun is out in spots. It's raining in spots, and we'll hang on to the chance of scattered showers and storms tonight with a cold front not that far away. Let's go to some of the Skycam shots this afternoon. First off, the view coming from Birmingham. The sky mostly cloudy, a few peaks of sun there. That's looking south from high atop the Daniel Building downtown. Temperatures are mostly in the 80s. That's the Tuscaloosa Skycam, looking southeast from high atop the Tuscaloosa County Courthouse, a similar sky there. And down in Auburn in Lee County, off in the distance you can see Jordan-Hare Stadium, both Auburn and Alabama with home games this weekend. We'll talk about that as we go along. Here's the big picture, the water vapor satellite imagery, and on top of that, the high contours at 500 millibars. Big trough northwest of here, helping to propel this front in our direction. That front is really coming on through Memphis now. It's passed through Dallas-Fort Worth, and behind that, the air is considerably cooler. We'll check the radar in advance of that front. This was at 1:34 this afternoon, and you can see the classic case of scattered showers. The most numerous ones are on the eastern side of the state, east of I-65, although there are a couple on the western side. Heavier storms over parts of Randolph and Cleburne counties when this freeze frame was captured. And away from the showers, pretty warm today as expected. I'll see low and mid-80s up on the board on this last full day of summer. The equinox is tomorrow morning, shortly after 4 a.m. local time. The warm spot there, Montgomery at 86, Tuscaloosa 85, Birmingham 84. But look to the north and west, very sharp gradient. There across Arkansas. You go up to like Fort Smith and Fayetteville. They're in the, around 60. And you go down to Crossett and Lake Village in the southeastern part of the state. They're in the mid-80s. And that cooler air will just seep in here. It's not going to be a huge change. Our afternoons will stay warm, but nights will be noticeably cooler over the weekend. Convective outlook, rest of today and tonight. No severe weather expected, at least on an organized basis. Green is just the generic run-of-the-mill storms, and pretty much the same deal tomorrow. There's a QPF chart. Expected rain for the next 5 days, valid through Tuesday morning of next week, and this is suggesting about 1/2 inch. And interesting to note, it's heavier back around Memphis, and that's with this next lobe coming down late in the weekend and early next week. And that's one of the forecasting dilemmas as to what do we mention rain on Monday and Tuesday of next week. Probably need to, but I don't think it rains a lot here. There's the weather out in the tropics. The one system on the board is Tropical Storm Ophelia. Pretty good-looking wave off the coast of Africa, and that's a low-latitude wave. Let's watch that. And I know there's no circle there, but if I were drawing the circles, I'd draw one on that. And Ophelia is a pretty clear-cut case. This will be a recurving storm. It's going to encounter harsh upper air winds, so it is not expected to become a hurricane for the next 5 days. Passing north of the Virgin Islands, north of Puerto Rico, making the turn north by early next week, and this should recurve well east of the United States. So let's look at the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Deep upper low near Chicago. And that's going to push a surface boundary through here. Should be near Montgomery tomorrow evening. And again, it's the same deal. We'll hang on to the chance of a shower in the morning, the sky becoming partly sunny by afternoon. The dew points begin to drop, a nice north breeze, and a high at or just over 80. Looks like we'll be in great shape for the high school football games tomorrow night. Saturday, starting off the weekend, looks fine, partly to mostly sunny with low 80s. Dew points ought to be in the upper 40s and low 50s, a very low humidity, comfortable kind of day. Great for the football games at Auburn and Tuscaloosa. Sunday, this run is dry, and we'll leave the forecast dry. We'll call it partly sunny with low and mid-80s. Thickness values are coming up a little bit. And then Monday, again, the upper low has just gone nowhere. It's just totally cut off. It's just sitting there, and energy rotates around that, pushing showers down into Tennessee. And this run keeps the showers north of the state. I think we'll mention the chance of a shower Monday, but obviously rain's not going to be a big deal. Highs probably low and mid-80s. Tuesday, maybe a little better chance of a shower with that weak lobe kind of drifting in here, but moisture is going to be quite limited. Wednesday of next week, again, some evidence of a boundary near Birmingham or Interstate 20. South of that, some chance of widely scattered showers. North of that, no rain, but clearly it's not a big rain event. And off on the right, that is Ophelia. And Thursday, Ophelia is making the turn north. And again, around here, things look pretty quiet. We'll check the end of the forecast period, the 8th of October. Yeah. Well, not pretty decent trough over the northeast, but really that's not a classic setup for any really cool air in here. It looks nice. It'd be probably 50s and 70s if that's correct, but nothing extremely cold. And again, the tropics at this point are looking relatively quiet. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if you live around here, we invite you to watch us on television. Well, there are a bunch. ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.
Being Alabama's news leader means digging deeper to get you the facts, working harder so you have all sides of the story, and not being afraid to tell the truth. Every day you award us by making ABC 3340 Alabama's most watched news. And now the Associated Press has named us Alabama's most outstanding news operation. That's 9 times since 1996, more than all other stations combined. And that's 9 more reasons you should trust the news leader. ABC 3340.